I think that one went there and this one went here, but I'm starting to feel sprinkles on me. So unfortunately, I may have to take this inside to glue it. I have to admit I was inside kind of crawling around and feeling like I wasn't going to be able to move much. All right, here we are. It's Labor Day, so this is my last day off here before I have to go to work. So I want to make as much as I can today. This feels good. It looks good. Considering it's going to be on the bottom and nobody will see it, I can definitely live with that. But as I do the rest of this today, I don't want to mark this up, so I'm going to put some protective paper on it. Let me get my tape, and we'll go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and start taping it up. That I got the compressor all geared up, juiced and lubed and ran and broke in, etc., etc. But I bought this board here. Remember on the inside of that head there was that horizontal board running across there, and it had some papers stapled to it that you could see. I guess were like mono, they probably were fuses and things and whatever. But I had to break that out. I guess I could have just left it, but it just looked kind of rotten and old. So I went ahead and broke it out. And so I took the chocks off. So I've got to cut one and put it back now. I went and got this from Lowe's, and they didn't have any. This is about 3/16, and I needed a 1/8 inch size. So I'm hoping it can still fit inside this head without me having to do any kind of shaving. Anyway, so I'm going to come out here and measure and cut this and go ahead and glue. I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece and those chocks back in the head. Because I really like them in there when I prime it. All right, I took, in case it sprinkled while I was cutting this, I wanted to keep that blanket on there to give me a minute if I needed it. I took this blade, I'll show you, this is like a carpet cutter kind of blade, and I cut out a little section here because it's supposed to be 1/16 of an inch, but I couldn't find a 1/16 of an inch board anywhere at Lowe's, so I bought this one. This one is 3/16. Not 16, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 1/8 of an inch. And this one was 3/16, so. But I cut that out, and now it should be able to hopefully countersink in here a little bit. There we go. Now it's sinking in there with some wood glue, and then I wood glue these, and we'll be in business. Let's see, that one goes. I think this one might go here, let's see. I think that one went there, and this one went here, but I'm starting to feel sprinkles on me. So unfortunately, I may have to take this inside to glue it. All right, I had to move under the cover. Sorry, the lighting won't be quite as good, but let me get a brush. I'm gonna brush that channel out. I made sure that one goes here like that. This one fits like this, more or less. They won't fit exact, but the glue will make up for that. And I might actually, I haven't decided yet, but I might actually put a little tiny, I've got some tiny finishing nails that I could put in these chocks to make sure they stay still until the wood glue dries. And this is going to be thicker. I like this being thicker because it will hold those papers better when I do the stapling. Hopefully it won't crack that board too much when I staple it. Give you a little bonus footage real quick here. I'll kind of come in and take a close look here, and you can see that way it'll still vent. I guess that's to help cut out the light coming in. I don't know how that helps vent, as far as this little board here. I know it'll still vent that way. And like I say, this little metal piece, now I didn't realize I was gonna be able to actually take it out and re-staple it. I thought I was just gonna have to leave it and tape over it. So of course I still could do that if I wanna really be lazy, but that's not a bad idea. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, now you can see kind of what I did here. Let me zoom in closer here. See, and this actually little piece fits. This piece right here leans up against this, so this angle they cut in there from the factory leans this piece against here, because I actually used the exact measurements of the board that came out, and then that chalk goes in there and holds it there. Same thing over here, this side, it's a little darker, but you'll see it's leaning up against that chalk there. And then of course this chalk's gonna hold it in place. The wood glue is gonna really hold it well, but face it, those couple little nails in here just to kind of give it a little extra structure is not gonna hurt anything. So man, booyah, bonus footage, there you go. Well, I didn't plan on doing this now, but man, the weather's so perfect now at the end of the night. I went ahead and just got a second wind all of a sudden after I was kind of in there. I have to admit I was inside kind of crawling around and feeling like I wasn't going to be able to move much. And man, I saw that weather and man, instantly it's like boom, second wind. So let me get this stirred up real good first. This is this high build urethane primer made by Eastwood. It's actually meant you can actually roll this on, and I've done it in the past. That's how I did Earthshaker. I think I may have rolled that one on, and Gilligan too, maybe. It rolls good. It does good work like that, but man, it just really doesn't come out near as smooth as I'd like it to, and I think it can. So you can spray it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try spraying it. We're gonna see what happens. I was gonna wait, but man, the weather finally cleared up and looked good, so I bit the bullet and got all my stuff back out and went ahead and did the primer on the head. Look at this bad boy. Woo-wee! By the time I sand that down later and then put that black on it, baby, that sucker gonna be looking good. That's only one coat so far. I've got one more to put, and I think that'll be enough to go ahead and then put it aside and start working on the bottom. Two. There's my 2 coats on. Should be all set. Got some good looking corners on this thing. And actually this back's looking pretty flat. I know I'll have to do some guide coating to get it just right, but man, where I started and where I'm at today, I'm pretty happy. That's what I was hoping for, was get this thing primed today. I didn't think I was gonna do it. I thought I was gonna not quite make it, but man, this is a urethane primer. I actually bought it a while back from Eastwood because it's a roll-on. You can roll it on, hence the name roll-on. The idea is you can roll it if you don't have a spray gun and the spray setup, you can still primer your car. You know, because I guess the idea was if you didn't want to buy all the equipment, you could at least sand the car, primer it with the roll-on, and then take it to a shop to have them paint it, and it would save you some money. But I'll tell you what, that stuff sprayed great. You know, I mean, so I'm gonna just probably spray what I have left, and then next time I'm gonna use a different one. I know the primer that Hep uses, I'm gonna switch to it because I know he has tons of experience, and if he's using it, there's a reason. And so that's gonna be my plan. But like I say, these corners look sharp. I've got a couple little spots that are now defects now showing up where I could have probably sanded a little better or done something a little better. But I mean, honestly, though, this is gonna all turn out nice. If it looks this good already, by the time I sand it and get it all cleaned up, ready to paint, man, it's gonna be on then. All right, so that is officially done. Now I've got to go clean up my gun and all that kind of stuff. But hey, this is done. I gotta let it sit out here for about another 20 minutes or so, let it harden, then I'll pull it into the garage. You know, the funny thing is it says it takes 15 to 30 minutes for this to set, but luckily, and when you roll it on, I think it does take almost 30 minutes. But I'll tell you what, spraying it, man, I felt it, and it was dry and not tacky anymore after about 15 minutes or so. So spraying it will actually speed up the process a little bit. Let's look at these vents, how they turned out. Yeah, I mean, they turned out good, really not perfectly even and whatever, but they're good enough that by the time this thing's painted, man, they'll look as if they were factory fresh, my friend. So that's it for tonight. I'm putting everything up and calling it quits no matter what.